Good afternoon, folks. 18.3 Invest. How are you? Dick joined. Mary joined. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully there's no rattling in my phone, my headset. There's a lot of background noise on the headset. Vic. Hello, Vic. Few people here. It's Monday. Today was kind of a mixed bag. SPY was up, say, like 65% of my stocks were up today. Some more than others, but that's okay. Kind of got lucky right at the end of the day. I bought HP Enterprise Services shares. They had earnings after the bell, and I figured I knew they had been doing well because I have some friends who work there, and they didn't disappoint. Their stock closed at 47, and now it's at 60, so it's up $13 a share after the bell. Why is the sound so low? All right, well, let's adjust it here. About that. Is that better? HPE, yes. HPE. HPE, not HPQ. Regular HPQ is just regular Hewlett Packard. HPE is HP Enterprise Services. They're like a contracting company. They supply bodies. It works in IT healthcare for HP Enterprise Services. They have, I don't know outside of what she does, but they have contracts with states to do all their Medicare and Medicaid claims processing for them. The states outsource that work. GLW. GLW was down a little bit today. Yes, it was down a little bit today. But let's just zoom out. Did I get rid of it? Yeah, I sold it the other day because it had gone down like 3 days in a row, and it really shouldn't have. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's just take a look at the big picture here. Yeah, this is not normal behavior. All right. Yeah, you can see it dropped down below the 200-day moving average today, and it hasn't done that in a long time. So, hopefully we'll see a bounce off it. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it to go back above the 200-day moving average. Yeah. Uh, I had a profit in it, and I took my profits, and I'll just sit and wait on the sidelines until it moves back up. All right. There's just no sense in holding it if it's going to go down. At least, that's my attitude. I'd rather have cash in a volatile environment or just take the money and put it someplace else. But right now in my retirement account, I have a lot of cash. All right. Coherent. Coherent was actually up today, right? Yeah, it was up just a hair today. It bounced off its 200-day and went right up. You know, if you notice that, if you take a look at here on the chart, you can see it dropped down below its 200, but then it moved right back up. Right. So that's a good sign. I don't like to see it get that low, okay? Because it really had this drop the other day. It went from 375 down to 350, on Friday. But it kind of redeemed itself. I still hold it. I'm in it long. So, but it looks good. Let's just hope it continues to go back up tomorrow. Right. Uh, the ELMT. Two years. Right. Just write it down. You can put down here. ELMT. What do I have on the list here? Light. Yeah, I made a little bit of money off light today. I typically day trade. Julian, I'm great. I typically day trade light. I just don't have the cojones to hold on to light, especially the way it's been moving lately. Okay. Uh, Rocket Lab, down. Bloom Energy, Bloom Energy doing Bloom Energy things. It's like all over the place. I tried to trade it today. All right, let's take a look at ELMT. The Elmet Group. Groups along here. They've had a nice rise. What's the big chart look like here? Let's do 10-day. Okay, so they're cruising along here, and then they had this nice jump. All right, and yeah, they gapped up really nice. They gave a lot back in the afternoon, so they must have had some news. All right, they had this big gap up overnight. So, what caused that? Let's see if there's any news surrounding it. It could have been this morning, right? Because they gapped up right off the bat. So 529 transcript, the Elmet Group Q1 earnings conference call. All right. So, okay. So they had good earnings on Friday. I see. So they jumped up after the bell on Friday, had a nice day, gave a little bit back. Bottom line is they're up 24%, from where they closed from here up to here. So, I mean, that looks good. Um, but, where does it stand in the big picture? That's what I'd like to see. So I'll go 1 year and 1 day. Oh, they haven't been around that long. Only since April 24th, April 23rd, it looks like, or somewhere right around there. Okay, well, listen, they jumped here, so that doesn't look bad. Yes, they were cruising along. They went here, they jumped, they had a big dip, and then they had their first earnings. So I'd say this looks good. If I zoom in, so get all this nonsense out of the way here, let's just do this. It's going to be a little bit difficult, but uh, here's their 200-day. They traded right below it, but they haven't been around long enough to have a valid 200-day. Um, and they're just a hair below their 21 and 50-day moving average. So let's see what they do tomorrow. I don't know what they do, but that's good. Okay, yeah, that's good. Wow. Yeah, I traded AMD. AMD was my biggest winner today. All right, yeah, yeah. Okay, light. Yeah, let's take a look at light. I did a little bit of trading on light today. I bought a few shares and watched it, and it had this nice run. I think I forget where I got in. All right, but then I got out. I don't think I made much money. What did I make today? $63 on it. I think I bought two shares and watched it go from like here up to there. There's a way you can find out really easy. It's kind of nice. You just go here, and then you say show trades, and boom. So I was in and out, in and out. Okay, I made my money here between here and here. Okay, yeah. So I got in. Oh, I got in here, and then I was out because it had went down. Then I got back in and went up, and Then, yeah, it's just one trade. Yeah. So it's cluttering up the screen, but that's okay. I made a little bit of money. Uh, but the issue I see with light, let's just look at the big picture here. Light is really down from where it was, 1,058, and now it's at 905. So, this is kind of concerning. You know, if you look at this, it's really taken a beating on the way down. Now it's starting to come back. Hopefully, they can continue this tomorrow. What's it look like after the bell? Kind of flat. Oh, it's actually up a little bit. What's it? Is it trading close? Oh, no way. 907, 9. I'm not going to pay 907. Well, let's see if they'll take. Let's see if somebody will sell me one share. Oh, one share of it. Let's see. Takers yet? We'll see. Okay. That's like Rocket Lab. Oh, Rocket Lab. You have to understand that all of the rocket stops, with the exception of SPCE, are all down. Okay, and it's because of the what's it called, Blue Horizon. Their rocket blowing up on the launch pad last Thursday night. Okay, so it's going to take some days to recover. Um, Rocket Lab has been making a valiant effort. Right, if you look at it today, it was down, then it started to move up, then it faded. And then if we go back here, it was really down. Then it came up a little bit. This was on Friday, you know. But it really everything kind of gapped down. This was this was on the news that what was it? Oh, that was Thursday. So the explosion happened Thursday night. Okay, so this was the big gap down right here. Okay, the explosion happened Thursday night. Oh no, that's today. All right. I don't know, still falling. So I would, I tried to trade it today and I got my butt handed to me. I was down to $81. I had bought some thinking it might do something, and man, it fell really fast. So it wasn't a good day to be in it. I mean, if we look out here, it's going to need time to recover. I'm afraid, uh, and that's sad. It's too bad. Uh, I still keep it on my watch list here. I've got alerts set. If it goes above 134, it goes above 141, I'll get alerts. These are the numbers that I really want to buy back in. Okay, after I got my butt handed to me today. Bloom Energy, you know, Bloom Energy is just being its volatile self. That's all, right? But the problem with Bloom Energy is it keeps going down, right? This makes like it was down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. 6 days in a row. Bloom Energy has been down. This is like I wouldn't just don't touch it. All right. I tried. I tried like a few shares today, and it went up, and it immediately reversed. It's just so volatile. Look at this. You know, 271 up to 285, and then boom, just like that. Back down. So. I'm just staying clear. I don't have Bloom Energy in any of my accounts right now. Right. Just way too volatile. Okay, that takes care of Rocket Lab. SPCE, yeah. SPC was good, and then it fell pretty hard. Okay, uh, what's the deal? Hang on. Hey, is Jello on? Let's see, is Jello out there? Let's see, Jill. Uh, Here's the deal. Okay. James Brook, if you continue this, I'm going to block you permanently. Stop spamming my people. Do I make myself clear? If I see another message from you, you're going to be blocked permanently. All right. That's the deal. We'll take a look at NBIS, SPCE, UI. All right, let's do it here. SPCE. Okay, SPC was basically, you know, well, it was flat today, but it gapped up really nice overnight. That's the deal. So it moved up really nice. Now, interestingly enough, um, SPCE was the only space stock that was up today. Everything else was down. I would I would bring up my window that has all the space stocks in it, but I have so many. Oh, here we go. Space change. Space was up 21%. Everything else was down. MNTS, SATS, ASTS, SAM, SATL, Planet Labs, SciDo, RDW, Rocket Lab. Look at this. They were all down. And SPCA was up 21%. Right. So that's nice. Right. Yeah, I noticed that first thing this morning because I had some shares. I made some money on it today. All right. I think, Catherine, I think it was you that turned me on to SPCE. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. NBIS. All right. FIG. We'll do FIG. Yeah. I do some trading on FIG today. Meta. All right. BlackBerry. Uh, TOST. Yeah. VSH. Man, I should put VSH on my list here. I haven't traded them at all lately. UI. I'll get that done too. All right. Yeah. NBIS, then we'll do UI. All right. I have you on my list here. Okay. So NBIS, yes, it was up very nicely today. All right. 14%. Yeah. And it was down a little bit on Friday. So this was a real nice move today. Definitely. Nice move. And yeah, I did trade a few shares. I made a little bit of money on it. Not much. All right. Not much. I only had like 4 shares. All right. We could continue tomorrow. Is it trading pretty tight here? 267, about 75 cents, a little bit more than that. A little bit too far apart for me to make a bet on it. All right. I'll watch it tomorrow morning. All right. UI. That's Ubiquity, right? Yeah. How are they doing? I haven't looked at them in a while. No. No, they're not doing well. All right. They've had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days down in a row. All right. They were really strong for a while. Oh man, look at this. They just fell. Oh, that's right. They had earnings, and they haven't recovered. Right. They had bad earnings, and they dropped even further. Okay. So this way they announce earnings. This way they pay the dividend. What 7 days later, typically. No, I wouldn't touch it. Okay, I wouldn't touch it. This is like it's like way down, way down. Fig. Yeah, I noticed Fig this morning, and it was up nicely today. Look at this, yeah, 6%, and it's been up three days in a row. Right, so this is good. One, two, three. Let's kind of zoom out and see what the big picture is. All right, they're making a nice comeback. Right, this is good. I'm gonna go buy some. Right, $27 a share, and it's trading very tight. It's only 6 cents apart. Take a little position here. See if it continues until tomorrow. Wait, I'll tell you, I made a mistake today, and I lucked out. I lucked out. Give me just a second here. I'll show you. Mhm. I guess it was maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:30. I had been watching. What was it? I think I still have 10 shares. Oh yeah, YOU. I'm going to show you. You. Okay. This was you today. You was up 3.57%. Right? And it's been getting hammered the past couple of days. Right? Look at this. Right? So I thought, all right, I'm going to buy a few shares. Right? And uh, I wound up making $400 off of it today. Okay. So how do you make $400, off a stock that's only going like that? Well, I made a mistake. I made a mistake in the afternoon, uh, and I'll just show you. This was I got really lucky here. Show my trades. Right? I bought. I went to buy 10 shares, and for some reason, I don't know how a six got in there, but I bought 610 shares at 56.73, and guess what? It ran up. It had been going down the whole day. I thought it's poised to start moving up here, right? Because I saw it. I saw it break its 10 day, or it's a 21 day, right? So I thought, all right, maybe it's going to move up. So I went to buy 10 shares. I actually bought 600, and then I realized, I think, oh my god, I got 600 shares of this stuff. So then I sold them up here, and darn it, I sold it. It was just as it was starting to move back down. So it wasn't too bad, right? So now I'm sitting on just 10 shares, which is what I wanted, overnight. So lucky me. Right. Let's turn that back off. Just clutters up the screen. All right. Do you do any options? No, I don't do any options. I do have a few stocks I could do covered calls on, but they're over in my they're over in my Amazon or my Fidelity account, which is my 401k. So I just I don't I know I could make some money, but you'd have to hold stuff really long, and I have to buy. You need to buy at least 100 shares or something. All right. So, for 200 or 300 to make any money. All right. Because that's the minimum you can do is 100 shares for a covered call. All right. So, Fig. We did Fig, right? Yeah, Fig looked pretty good. It was a good day for Fig. It's had a couple of nice days. Yeah. Okay. All right. Meta. What's been Meta? Man, Meta's been doing nothing lately, right? Yeah, look at this. Right? What the heck is going on? You know, and like Google's down too. You know, Microsoft was up a little bit and then it was down, right? So let's just zoom out on this. Meta was cruising along pretty nice. It had a couple of nice up days and then boom, it just dropped today like a hot rock. 635 down to 600. You know, so 5%. It's just like way below its 200-day moving average. I wouldn't touch it until it got back up here to like 625. Microsoft. While we're looking at it, Yeah, Microsoft was up, but then it was down. It was up on some news about AMD. And that's the reason AMD went up. AMD was up, Nvidia was up because they have a new chip. Nvidia has a new board with an AMD chip on it, and I guess Microsoft is going to use that in their data centers. So in their Azure data centers. So that's why Microsoft was up. But then you can see that it fell. Right? It's up 472, closed at 460. And boom, look at this. Now it's down to 456. They come and they go, man. BlackBerry. What BlackBerry do? Oh, look at this. BlackBerry's up 8%. I should buy some of this. Seriously, I should buy some of this. It's so cheap. And it's had, look at all these up days in a row. Yeah, I think I tried to day trade like 10 shares of it today, and I was just in and out really fast. So, uh, what's SPY looking like after hours? I believe it's flat. Oh, it's actually down a little bit. All right, I'm not going to take a chance on this, even though it's trading tight. I would normally go out and buy 100 shares, but I'm just going to buy 20. I don't like it when SPY drops after hours. One penny apart. Okay. All right. All right. UST. Yes, they had a nice day today. Look at this, up 6%. There's another one that's doing really well. Okay. Uh, 10 cents apart. Not bad. I just bought some. VSH. Vishay. Nice day. 7.5%. They've been doing well too. Really nice. Hmm. Look at the big picture of it. Nice. They're trading pretty tight here. Ask 50, 56.50. Ask. All right. So, like it. Ubiquity. Did we do Ubiquity already? Yeah, we did. All right. UI, we did UI. All right. So what's on my list here? Amazon, AMZN. Take a look at that. Um, Oklo. What do I think of Oklo? I like Oklo. All right. I do. Hey, Nokia's starting to move again. Let's check it out. We'll check that out. Okay. What happened to Google? Uh, I'm going to bring up the chart. We'll take a look at Google. All right. I'm not worried about it though, just so you know. Okay. Bloom Energy? No. Don't touch Bloom Energy. It's been down 6 days in a row. All right. Seriously, don't touch it. 6 days in a row, down. All right. That's very uncommon for Bloom Energy to be down 6 days in a row. All right. That is like a huge freaking pullback for Bloom Energy. All right? So I wouldn't touch it. All right. Amazon. I think they were up today, right? Nope, no, they were down too. Okay, yeah, they had an ugly day. Look at this. It kind of looked like Google. Google looked like this today. Google was down. Google's been down a couple days in a row. Google did show some signs of life in the afternoon, though. All right, it started to go back up. All right, man, look at this. Oh, it dropped even further after this. This is actually a good sign. I may jump in and buy some more GOOW. All right, because There's no valid reason for Google to be dropping like this. Okay. Alphabet to raise 80 billion in equity. Okay. Oh, okay. So they're going to go out and they're going to take on some debt. All right. So that's why they dropped out. Okay. Alphabet shareholders urged to reject data privacy review proposal at a June 5th meeting. All right. So they're getting some bad news. Okay. Blah blah blah. All right. Yeah, I think if it stays low like this, I'm going to go buy some more GOW. All right. It's a bargain. All right. GOW be a real good buy right now. I just back out here 20 days. I mean, we were at 401, like 15 days ago. Right. But in the grand scheme of things, let's put this in perspective. Okay. Google was down to 275, back in the end of April. So it's had a really nice run up. This pullback, this pullback is okay. Right. I'm not worried about it. Really, it's not going to go back to it's not going to go back 275. That's for sure. It's just too strong of a company. Yeah, it's too bad. They need a couple updates, put some more volatility in there, and that way they get the dividend for GOOW back up because it was lower this week by like 25%, I think. But I'm not worried about it. It's Google. Google's been an incredible stock all along, and when I bought it, I knew I was in long. Okay. All right, Oklo. Uh, Oklo hasn't been doing bad lately. Okay, I do like it. I traded it a couple days, like last week, where it was moving up here, and right now it's just going sideways. Right, which is okay. All right, I would rather see it go sideways than down. All right, so that's okay with me. All right, that's okay. It's just hopefully it hangs in there. It's staying right around its 200-day moving average, right? It's above its 21-day moving average, which is great. Okay, a little bit below. I'm sorry, it's below its 21, but it's above its 50, right? So we'll see. This is critical right here. It needs to stay. It needs to stay around these moving averages. You don't want it to fall, right? Don't want it to fall too far below its 200-day, right? When that does, it can drop. All right, see what happens. But I still like Oklo. I don't own any of it at the moment, but I do like it. All right. So somebody said Nokia has come back from its what was happening last week. All right, it was up 10% today. Let's see what happened. This is good. All right. Now, is it back to where it was? All right. So what are we doing here? All right. This is the previous high. All right. So all these shares between here and here, did you watch my video? They're all overhead supply. They've got to get eaten away, right, before this stock is going to take off. Right. So if it can get close, I mean, it's above its moving averages, but if it can get back up to, let's say, here's a significant drop right here. I would say like 1685. I would probably buy back in at 1685. Right. You can see this significant drop. And what's interesting, see this significant drop, when it starts to rise, typically if it's rising, it'll make that up pretty quickly, but it didn't, right? It fell again, right? Uh, what was the stock I used as an example? I forget what it was. What did I use? I honestly forget. What happened to Meta? it's just like same thing that happened to Microsoft. Microsoft didn't get beat up as bad, but you know, the software companies, and Microsoft is a software company are just getting beat up right now, right? Okay, yeah, Google's getting beat up, but and the sad part is Google's not a software company. Okay, uh, I mean Google does have like 70% of all the desktop browsers in the world. They have like 70% of all the operating systems on smartphones throughout the world. They have the largest collection of consumer data anywhere in the world. You know, they've got the largest advertising platform in the world. They spend more money on computing than any other company in the world. So who knows why? I know why this happened because they announced that they were going to issue some bonds, right? And investors don't like that. Alphabet to raise 80 billion in equity capital for AI spending. The ads on Bloomberg, but I don't have a subscription to Bloomberg. Right, but you can Google it and find out. Right, so, that, but that's okay. I'm glad they gave it after the bell. You know, you notice they waited until 14:53 to 16:56, 4:56 to announce it. Don't do it during the trading day. Right. They know what the reaction is going to be from the investors. No big deal, but I think this could be a nice opportunity to buy some more GOOW. Now, GOW doesn't move. GOW will move later, right? In reaction to this. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, GOW will be down further, right, than it was today. Okay. It'll probably drop another 2%, 1 or 2%, maybe 1%. Okay. But it's okay. I got my dividend. All right. All right. Bloom Energy, doing Bloom Energy things. All right. ServiceNow, we'll take a look at ServiceNow. Snow, man, I made some money on snow today. It was great. I bought Gale today. Okay. Hopefully toward the end of the day, it'll be a little bit. Just warning you, it's going to drop tomorrow morning. Okay, it's going to be lower when you get up tomorrow morning, unfortunately. But you should have bought Friday. That way you could have got your dividend today. You don't get your dividend if you buy on a Monday. You have to buy on a Friday. They declare the dividend today, so you have to be a holder as of today, as of Monday, to get your dividend. But hopefully, we'll have a bounce in Google this week. Right. ServiceNow, right. NOW. How did NOW do today? Oh, that's right. I had it. I made some money on it. Right? I don't think I made much. What did I make on it today? Oh, $177. Okay, not bad. Uh, and it's holding. It's holding. So this is a good sign. But it is down after hours. Right? It's down to 134. It closed at 135. So if I zoom in, you'll see it's down a little bit after hours. But then again, SPY is down after hours too. So I don't think I'd buy it right now. I'll just wait till tomorrow, see what happens. Meta is even 7% below its price this time last year. Yeah, doesn't that suck? That really sucks. That is very discouraging. Let's take a look at Meta. Start. My day. No, no, Meta. Oh, that's right. I have to zoom out. Sorry. Yeah, where was Meta? You know, it's hard to tell, but somewhere around what 595, something like that, right? Right. Yeah, that's disappointing. Very disappointing. Right. Hey, Chippy was up today. TQQQ was up today. Taiwan Semiconductor was up. Palantir was up 1.8%. So I told you Palantir. It's a good time to get in Palantir, and it faded at the end of the day. So, so I think still a good buying opportunity for Palantir. Right. Yeah, because it gapped up nicely. It was down. It was up. It was down. So it's not a bad buy-in spot. You know. But if you take a look at Palantir over the last 10 days, I mean, look at it's finally breaking loose. Right. It's had 3 up days in a row. Right. I bought it actually last week. What did I buy it at? I bought it at 136. So I may have bought it here. I forget what day I actually bought it. It wouldn't show up here because it's over in Robinhood. Right. Okay. Spaghetti, SPGI. Rocket Lab. Yeah, I'm just going to tell you, Rocket Lab, you don't want to touch Rocket Lab right now. Okay. ServiceNow is nice, right? It had a good day. I bought some more Gal and Chippy. Okay, well that's good. All right, Chippy, you get your dividend. They declare it. You have to own it by the end of the day, Tuesday. All right, I said you own it by the end of the day, Thursday. I forget what it is. Which one is it? When does Chippy declare their dividend? Find out. Chippy. Third. Okay, the next one is June 3rd. So you have to own it by the end of the day tomorrow. They declare the dividend on June 3rd. They record it on June 3rd. They pay it on June 4th. They pay it on Thursday, right? So it shows up late in the afternoon, but they're consistent, every week. They just bang it out. 6684. Right? So, okay. All right. Let's go back, take a look at SPGI. I just call it spaghetti. I haven't looked at this in a while. Okay. Standard and Poor's. Hey, nice. Nice. I should own this, right? Especially since I did work for them. I did work on a collateralized loan obligation system. They offer CLO tracking services to their clients and on a CLO system for them. Okay. Look at this. Oh man, too far apart though. But maybe they won't. Maybe if I make a smaller offer, they'll take it. So let me just make an offer. 4 shares at 424.88. That's the bid. No one's buying. 24.88. Huh? What did it close at? 428.56. No wonder. Okay. If they take my bid. Yeah. Okay. This looks good. I mean, this is a really nice trend. I like it. And they've come back from they were doing really bad, right? They had a bunch of they were going sideways and then they really dropped down to like 401. Now they're moving back up. So this looks good. I think somebody asked about ServiceNow. We did their ServiceNow already. It looks good. Okay, it looks real good, right? They had a nice day today. Almost 10% up. Let me get back to your list. Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab is in the tank. All of them are except SPCE. That's the only one that's doing well in the space stocks. Richard Branson's company, IBM. Man, I tried to day trade IBM today, and it just it was like all over the place. It was not a good day. I don't think I made a penny on it. Yeah. Oh yeah, because it dropped and I sold. Yeah, it was down 160 bucks, and it was a shame. It had really nice up days, and then it just dropped today. All right, so that stinks. All right. SSYS Credo IBM. We'll take a look at that. All right. It's weird how sometimes oil matters and sometimes doesn't. Anytime Trump tweets that he's getting pissed off at Iran, oil goes up. That's what happens. Okay. Yes. Sure, we'll take a look at that. That's your message, Jeff. Thank you. Okay. Take a look. Give me just a second here. Right. SSYS. I haven't looked at SSYS in a long time. Asked about it. Hey, look at this. Nice chart. Nice chart. So it's coming back, it looks like. All right. From the beginning of the year, what's it really look like? All right. So a year ago, it was at about $10, and now it's about $10 again. Okay. All right. So uh, it's trying to make a comeback. I mean, good for them. They were up like 1.5% today. All right. I would say, hey, as long as it's above all of its moving averages, which it is, all right. Um, Red, white, and blue. Red is 21 day, white is 50 day, blue is 200 day, and this green dash line that is the 10-day moving average. All right. So I'll show you something really interesting here. So see this green line. All right. Sometimes sometimes you can use that 10-day moving average to plan your trades. So you can see here. All right. When it got above, see now this was a big jump. Uh, years away. This back a little. Okay, good. So actually, this works even better. All right, the 21-day moving average. That's the white line. Okay, I'm sorry. That's that. Yeah, I take that back. Um, that's your 50-day moving average. Look at this stock. All right, whenever you know it falls below, whenever it crosses that 50-day moving average, look at this. It jumped up really nicely, stayed above it. That would have been the time to buy right there. 50-day moving average, you crossed it, you sell there. You stay away from it, all right, until it works its way back up to 50-day, and then boom, across 50-day, you buy it here, you hold on to it, all right. It came down just a little bit through it, but it went right back up. So, man, as long as whenever this guy crosses his 50-day moving average, you know, that's a good time to buy. When it falls below, get out. All right. Yeah. There's a number of stocks that move like this. Some will move to their 50-day moving average. Some move to 10-day. You know, very rarely do they move to a 200-day moving average. But a 21 or 50-day moving average is pretty good idea. All right. So yeah, this one shows interesting behavior. Right. You can see it came here, it bounced off the 50-day and went up. All right, then it started to fade, sell. You're out of it here, you're out of it. You're just waiting for it to cross its 50-day moving average. Boom, crosses it, you buy and you hold it. As long as it's above that 50-day, then it gets back to the 50-day and you sell. Right? Then once it's below the 50-day, you stay away from it. Gets here, boom, across 50-day, you buy it again. All right. So bought it at 1050 and now it's at 1069. So you can time your trades. People say you can't time the market. Well, yeah, you can, right? But if you once you understand how a stock behaves, right, you can time it. All right. Credo. I think Credo had a decent day today. Did it not? No, it was down. Oh man, it really fell. Oh, it had earnings. Oh, but I'm glad I wasn't holding any Credo. Yeah, I'm actually up nicely after the bell. Credo. Yeah, boom. Look at this. Down hard. Closed at 226.10. Now it's down to 188. Then it bounced up. Now it's down to 197. Yeah, this is going to be like untouchable for a couple of days, probably, till it works its way back up. Yeah. Wall Street is not kind to people who miss their earnings, and I don't even know if they missed their earnings. They could have hit it. Right? What do they do here? Um, the first quarter GAAP operating expenses 167 and 171. Oh, okay. Oh, so their operating expenses were higher. Uh, Gross margin 66.8 to, all right, so they had a, so the margin was up. What about the earnings per share? Post fourth quarter adjusted earnings per share. Well, did that beat the street? Earnings per share 116 beats 103 estimate. Okay, good. Sales 437 versus 4. So they beat that, but then their operating expenses were higher than they had forecast. Wall Street looks for any reason to beat up a stock, and they did it here. Okay, it's a shame, right? Yeah, just miss one of your metrics, and they'll kill you, right? So that's too bad, right? IBM. IBM just needs to come back. It was up 7% today. I tried to day trade it. I wasn't in it, and I got in it, and I'm sure I know I lost money today. What did I lose? How much money did I lose? $160. Right? Oh, that's right. I was in it. I held it. All right. And and then, it dropped and I got out, and I think I got in and out a couple times, but every time I did, it just reversed on me. You know, it started to move up and then it would go down. Right? It was just brutal. So I'll sit and watch, but hey, I finished up overall today. So that's just the name of the game sometimes when you day trade. Of course, if I had been in it long, I'd be in much better shape. So actually, it's doing pretty well long. Let's see. Yeah, look at this. Now, of course, if I buy it now, it will go down tomorrow. So I don't dare touch it. I don't dare touch it. Waiting at $314 a share. Okay. MNTS. Let's take a look at MNTS. Momentous. Okay. Not familiar with this place. All right. They were down a little bit. What do they look like long term? All right. So they ran up. They had something going on here a few days ago. I don't see any earnings here. So what was the news a couple days ago that made them go from $7 up to $24 share? Look like an AI play or something? 27, da, da, da. Okay, momentous prices. Mm, Announced pricing of $25 million private placement of common stock priced at at the market under NASDAQ rules. Okay, so somebody bought $25 million worth of shares at the market, which is good. They didn't get a discount. All right. Okay. Uh, Shares of aerospace and defense stocks trading lower as sector pulls back from rally. Okay, so they were down a little bit today, but uh, you know, were they as high as 24, and now they're trading at 16. So that's not real good, and they're giving a lot of this back over the past couple days. All right, yeah, so they were 18 a couple days ago, and now they're 16. So they're slowly fading, right? Which is not good, right? And they move below their 200-day moving average, which is not good either, right? So uh, I wouldn't be in this stock. Right? Okay, back to the list of questions here. I'm concerned that inflation might hurt a lot of stocks later this year. Huh, it could, it could. You know, your option is to sell, raise cash, go more cash, sit on the sidelines, wait. You know, um, I don't blame you for selling AAOI today. AAOI has been it's been super volatile, but the bottom line is AAOI does go up, right? You just have to be prepared for the volatility. Look at AAOI, right? It was up 17% today, right? But that's one day. It was up to $233, and now it's at 185. So, you know, from this high, they've fallen, right? And they were up here, and then they were down, and then one, two, three, four, 4 days down in a row, and then it jumped up, and you got out. I think that's a smart move. Take your cash. You know, cash cash doesn't gap down overnight, right? Is there a way to have ticker showing on the chart? The ticker's right up here in the upper left-hand corner, AAOI. Okay, right up here at the top also, AAOI. Do I still have SNDK? Yes, yes, I have some shares of SNDK. Right, and SNDK was up 4% today. Yes, it's I don't hold many because it's an expensive stock. What is it now? $1,700 a share. So yeah, I've got 2 shares of SNDK. Right, and a little bit of money on it today. All right, so yeah, I'm holding quite a few share of stocks right now, but not a lot, just small positions in each one. That's been working out well for me. And okay, could it surge? It surged from the short term, or is it long? We don't know about Nokia because you got to understand that. Oh, somebody asked about JP, right? JPM. I wrote that down, or is that somebody's initials? Give me just a second. We'll talk about Nokia. Right? No, couldn't have been. AMDA will do that. So here's the deal on Nokia. You have to understand that Nokia has come out of nowhere. I'm just going to show you the 5-year chart for Nokia. All right. It was like a hot stock like 10, 15 years ago. And then it's been doing nothing for years. All right. Except paying this little dividend. And then all of a sudden, boom. All right. And I haven't researched why. Okay. I haven't. Uh, but let's find out. Right? Maybe Catherine knows. Right? Catherine, do you know why Nokia has gone up? Right? We could ask Grok. I was asking Grok about Tesla's collision avoidance features. Uh, about 5 miles from my house, yes, over the weekend on Sunday, a tractor trailer had a tire blowout, front tire. The guy lost control, tractor trailer flipped over. The guy was okay. So this guy, who was like a 24-year-old Marine who was home on leave, got out to help the, he was a good Samaritan. He got out to help the driver out of the truck. And down the highway comes a Tesla with four guys in it, four young guys. And they slam into the guy's, the guy has a used BMW. They slammed into his BMW at 70 miles an hour, killed him. Two guys in the front seat of the Tesla die. Two guys in the back seat are okay. Truck driver's okay. But this Good Samaritan gets killed. I'm thinking, like, wait a minute, Tesla's, I read about their collision avoidance system all the time. And I said, it says, this was like a new Tesla. It was like they said, like a 2023 Tesla. Yeah, newer models, collision avoidance features is automatically on and active by default every time you start the car. And you have to, you have to turn it off. So I don't know what the deal was. I don't know why this Tesla didn't stop, but killed a poor innocent guy just stopping to help somebody. Shame. What a shame. All right. So Nokia. Oh, that's right. The reason I dragged this over. All right. So find out. Surged. Why? Repositioned itself from a traditional telecom equipment company to a key player in AI data center networking and optical infrastructure. There you go. All right. So they're now part of the AI deal. All right. Okay. Well, while we're at it here, so what are they forecasting Nokia stock to be by the end of the year? Because it's at 16 something right now, right? 15.25. All right. Analyst consensus. This is not great. 12-month average, 970 to 1310. Mm, expect 12 to 14% growth. Really not telling me much. All right. Bullish case. That could push the stock toward 20. All right. Optimistic models see 17 to 24 potential in bullish scenarios. Well, we'll see. All right. So, you know, 6 months left to go. Let's say let's call it 17 right now. Even if it hit the top, right, which would be 24, right? 17 divided by 24, right? It could grow 30%. I'd say best case by the end of the year, which is just fine. But it's probably not going to get there. I would say it probably get to 20, right? So you could be looking at 15% growth by the end of the year, right? That's 7 months. That's a long time. That's a long time to wait for 7% return, especially since some stocks do 7% in a day. Okay, all right. That doesn't excite me. Just sharing my opinion. Right? So, your money. You folks do with what you feel is best. All right. Uh, hey, a lot of people are happy with like 15% growth. I'm happy with that kind of overall. But just to give you an idea, I've been doing pretty well this year. I have a couple of trading accounts aside from my retirement accounts, which are doing pretty good. just to give you an idea, I'll just show you something here. All right. So, um, so year to date in this account, I'm up 23,000, and I only, I've only invested like $100,000 out of this. I always have like 50 or $60,000 cash in this account. So basically, from $100,000, it says I'm up 17%, but I'm really up like 25%, 20, 23, 25% so far this year. Right? No complaints. All right. Okay, back to your list. IAC is going up now. You know what IAC is? In cloud speak, that's called infrastructure as code. Okay. What's IAC? Uh, I don't see it. I'm looking at it. Hmm. I mean, it had 1% today, but let's go out 10 days. Right? Okay, so yeah, that is moving up. I'll give you that. All right. Okay. Paid a little bit at the end of the day. Not trading tight at all. I wouldn't try to buy it after hours. The bid is 42.73. The ask is 47.93, but it closed at 45.38. No, I wouldn't try to buy it. Okay. Oh, AMBA. Yeah, you asked about that. I'm sorry. Let's go do AMBA. Oh man, look at this. They had earnings. Right? Earnings killed them. Yeah. The infamous telephone call. Here's a little telephone call here. Uh, so they slid from $91 down to $71. Okay. Now they started to come back a little bit, all right? But I wouldn't touch it. Okay. Umbrella Incorporated. Yeah. This pretty hefty fall right there. All right. How is this company doing before that? Let's just look at the last 6 months. This was a nice rise. You know, they were down to 48, went all the way up to 96. Lost some ground before earnings, which is not uncommon. People are people are getting nervous. They sell their stock, and then boom, it fell. Fell on earnings. Yeah, that's pretty ugly. All right. Well, hey, here's the good news is they're trading above their 200-day moving average. All right. Right around their 21 and 50. So that's not a bad deal. So the company may be strong. I mean, it's a $95 per share company. So uh, that doesn't look bad at all. Yeah, NBIS, I don't need to show NBIS. That's doing really well. All right. Did Trump mention NOK during the meeting? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Uh, LAC, NBIS. I saw another ticker out here. We did, yeah, yeah, we looked at LAC. Yeah, it's too far apart to buy after hours. Um, Still have my SNDK, Google, yeah. Oh yeah, JP and JPM. Somebody typed that in, but there is no JP stock, right? And oh, there's JPM. Okay, JP Morgan Chase. All right, how they doing? These guys trade so tight all the time. Uh, hmm, I'd say it's flat. All right, it doesn't look like they're really doing much of anything. What I do own that's been doing well for me is Goldman Sachs. Okay, you can see it. It's been moving up really nice. It was up 2.7% today. It's expensive shares. That's doing well. What else do I have? What else do I have in my retirement account? I have another bank stock out there. Let's see here. Oh, Celestica had a really good. I have Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. Yeah, Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley was up again today too. I really like that. Yeah, that's been moving up real nice. Um, here's an ETF you should know about. Okay, LRNZ. Okay, right. It's a AI and deep learning ETF. Right. It was up 6% today. All right, it's been doing great. I just bought it last week, and I'm up 20% in the last week. Okay, on this, right? It's just doing great, right? LRNZ. You want to write that down. VOO and VUG were up today. JEPQ was up today. That was nice. SOXQ was up. Modine Manufacturing was up. I like Modine. That's in my retirement account too. MOD. They had a good day today, right? They've been definitely moving in the right direction. My favorite long-term Carpenter Research CRS. Look at this chart. They were up almost 4% today. Really nice. Celestica too. Celestica is just doing great. Right? CLS. Right? It had a dip. It come out of the dip, and it's been on fire. Past couple of days. It was up 10% today. Oh yeah. Okay. Nice. Here's another one for you. All right. It's like I don't even. Here's another ETF for you. ITAN. Sparkling Intangible Value ETF. All right. Hey, don't laugh and don't complain. I just bought it last week. I'm up 8%. It was up 0.75% today because it's the Sparkling Intangible Value ETF. I'm cracking up. I'm trying not to crack up. Give me a second here. Let's find out what they do. I should know this, but I just looked at the chart and I said, man, this ETF is tearing it up. I have to buy some. So let's find out what they do. All right. All right. Let's find out what their magic sauce is. Does it generate like a regular business? What do they do? Sell drugs? Instead, it aims to deliver long-term capital appreciation for investors by holding a portfolio of 150 undervalued companies. They own value stocks. So you guys should Google that sometime. That's a whole that's like a whole different way of trading called value stocks. Uh, and it works for a lot of people, right? It's not mine. I'm a growth stock person. I'm not a value stock person. Modern value investing that accounts for intangible assets. All right, um, accounting often understates. It looks for stocks that appear cheaper relative to the intangible augmented intrinsic value. All right, so yeah, I mean, look at this. This is in the past 6 months. All right, they were at 34. Now they're at 43. All right, 34 divided by 43. All right, 21%. How have they done for the year? 30, 30 to 43. I think uh, 31%. Hey, I'll take 31% anytime. Yeah, they're tearing it up. ITAN. Right? They had a little dip here. No big deal. All right. It looked big, but it wasn't. 38 down to 35. Big deal. All right. How long have they been around? Let's do 5 years. All right. So they've been around for a while. All right. Yeah, they're doing something right. This was the tariff scare. So it looks like they've only been around for like 3 years, 22, 23, 24, 25, 4 years. Okay. Can't argue with it. They're making money. They're making me money. I won't complain. ITAN. Yeah. One of my screens, my ETF screens, it just stuck out like a sore thumb. I thought, I have to try this out. Okay. Inception June 2021. Okay. All right. Interesting. Interesting concept. All right. They do value stocks. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to do just a few more. BEV. I think GE is better than GEV, but I'll show both. Okay. Open. I traded GE today. All right. Google big dip, good entry point opportunity. I would say, yeah, let's see if it goes down even further. See, they went down after the bill because they announced that they're issuing 24, $24 billion dollars in bonds or something like that. They're going to take on some debt, right? But you know, Google's a $4 trillion company. $4 trillion. The only company that's bigger is Nvidia, right? So SATL, sure. I can already tell you it was down today. All the satellite companies were down. The only one that wasn't was SPCE, Richard Branson's satellite company, and they're probably gonna get beat up for the next couple of days. All right. Uh, so you asked about GEV. All right, GE Vernova. I had GE stock when they split. So I got GE, got GEV, and I got GHC, the healthcare company, which has been sucking gas. All right. So um, yeah, look at GEV. Why would you buy this? I mean, look at it. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. 5 days down in a row. All right. Now GE, GE is going in the opposite direction. So I own GE. All right. Um, the trend is your friend. So right now it's trending and it's friendly. All right. So I think if you look at the big picture, though, let's just zoom out. We'll do 180 days. All right. So GE is staging a nice comeback. All right. Um, and it broke this previous high, which is very important. Right? So the next target is this high. I want to see it break this one. Then I want to see it break this, and then I want to see it break its all-time high. Right? But look at just regular old GE. Right? People that make appliances. How low tech. Right? Um, Big picture for GEV. The problem with GEV is that they're booked. You know, they're they are building like jet engines and stuff for like the next 2 years. So people are wondering, all right, how are you going to expand? Where's the new money going to come from if you're booked out like 2 years? You know, that's the problem with GEV, right? So um, yeah, their factories are running at like maximum output. Right? So that's what's hurting them right now. All right. Let's see. Open. Nice trend back up. All right. My big concern is getting past this. Look at this. Resistance. They got here resistance. They're up here. They got a little bit above this 570. They're bouncing off like 568 over and over again. They did it here. They did it here. They did it here. They did it here. Right. So my concern is that they're going to get to 568 and it's going to die on you, right? So, I mean, I'm interested. I will. I'll create an alert. It's like I told somebody the other day, like somebody kept asking me about ONDS over and over again. And I said, I'm not touching ONDS until it gets past like $12 a share. Because look at it. It was here like 1150, 1150, 1150. I said, I'm just going to wait. And boom, what happened? It broke out, right? And I bought it, right? I bought like 400 shares, right? And I'm still holding it. It's doing well, right? Even though it was only up like 1.82% today. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see it break its previous high, right? Otherwise, it was just doing nothing. It was just floundering along here, right? So now that it's broken out, Maybe it'll go someplace. All right. Okay, CRM. Hey, I traded CRM today. I made some money on CRM. Like it. Salesforce. Salesforce, I like the way Salesforce is moving. Right? It was up 10% today. Right? As a matter of fact, I watched a TikTok video the other day of somebody saying, you should definitely buy CRM. And it's been on my radar, but I didn't take it seriously. And the guy looked legit. So I bought some. Right? So it was up really nicely today. Right? And it's still trading tight. If you want to buy it after the close, it's tight. It hit a high of 211 today, and now it's down to 207. All right, so that's good. Another one that I really like today, since we're on it right here, is uh, is CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike was up 7% today. I'm still in it. Right? It had a really nice day. Right. Um, Keep an eye on Interactive Brokers too, IBKR. They were only up a little bit today. They have definitely been moving in the right direction. All right. Now again, I want to see them, get above 934, but I bought them at the close of business on Friday because they had a nice up day, and they were up like 2% today. So I'm happy with that. So check out that also. All right. And then of course Shopify. You know, Shopify. Ever since we made that discovery 2 weeks ago, Shopify has just been has just been rising every day. I mean, I think it had one or two down days, but Shopify is just like on the rise. Right? So that's another stock I think people should be in right now. All right. GTEK. Oh, Rigetti, RGTI. All the quantum stocks were down today, including Rigetti, but I'll check. All right. We did CRM, RXT, Rackspace, huh? Right. TTEK. What is TTEK? We'll check it out. Okay. That's going to be my last one today. Right. Oh, Peng. Peng. Yeah. Back up here. SATL. It's a satellite company, right? Satellite Logic. It was down. Right. They're all down. They're all reeling because of the Blue Horizon blow up last Thursday. All right. They're all getting hammered. Right. Rigetti. Okay. RGTI. It was up just a hair today, but it's been flat, right? Uh, I did find uh, a nice ETF. No, that's not it. Where is it? I found a nice quantum ETF, and I forget what it is. But do I have my list of quantum stocks on the screen here? Drones had a good day. You know, drones were nice. Right? Don't Google it, but there's a good quantum ETF out there. Oh yeah, WQTM. I bought it today in my retirement account. WQTM. It's got uh, it's got all the quantum computing stocks in it, and it's been doing nice. Right? It was up 1.47% today. Yeah, I bought it at the open this morning, so you should check that out too. All right, RXT Rackspace. Mhm. Wow, look at this. Really nice day today. 14%. Yeah, this is definitely moving in the right direction. And I don't own any. I keep telling myself I'm going to buy it. Yeah, I don't own any. I I did try to day trade it. I got screwed up at one point. So look at this in the past. So let me just go out and buy 100 shares. It's trading really tight, penny apart. See what happens. Okay. Okay. Good check. All right. And it's up a little bit today. Okay. It's slow and pokey, but it's moving up. All right. From this low of 25.80. It's just it's just it's getting up there. Right? Uh, what's it look like over the past 6 months? Right. So it's got a lot to recover from. Right. It did have earnings, which pushed it up a little bit. Right. So it's moving. It's still below its 200-day moving average. Right. So um, you know, you just you're crossing your fingers every day when you're owning it. But I like the fact that it has moved up here, and it's just slow and pokey, but it's going the right direction. Right? So nothing wrong with this. Right? Nothing, nothing wrong with this at all, except that it really needs to get up above like 29, get above its 200-day moving average. It is above its 21 and 50, which is good. Right? Hang, yeah, hang and TNDM. That'll be it because that'll put me right at 6 o'clock. Hang was a little volatile today, wasn't it? Okay, it was up nicely, but I think it bounced around a little bit today, didn't it? No, no, no. It came up nice. Oh, it dipped right before the open. That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. It's nice, and yeah, it's been definitely moving in the right direction. Okay, right. The last one, TNDM, and then it'll be a wrap for today. Diabetes care. Uh, Up nicely today, 11%. What's it doing? Well, first of all, how's it done overall? Okay. So it's like a typical healthcare stock all over the place. Okay. Uh, but it's been moving up nicely over the past 2 weeks. Right? Yeah, this looks good. All right. Trading above all three of its moving averages. Uh, it's in a power surge, all right, which means it's getting lots of volume. All right. And the numbers are moving up. So this looks good, right? This looks real good. Yeah, I like it. Okay. All right. That'll be it for me today. All right. I've got to go. I got some stuff I have to do tonight. 6 o'clock. I want to rock. All right. Um, and I will see you all tomorrow. Listen, everyone, thank you so much for joining. And we will see what tomorrow brings. Right. It's just the market keeps going up. Okay. And I'm enjoying it. SPY was up $1.28 today. Not bad. What percentage was it up? Small percentage. Uh, 1/4 of 1%, but that's better than being down. All right. Okay. Great. Hey, thanks everyone. I appreciate you taking the time. Good luck tomorrow. If I have anything meaningful to say, I'll put out a video tomorrow morning.